So here we are in the bunker. This is the actual part of the game that I really enjoy. You know, a lot of people don't like being in the bunker. They find it hard, but it's all about technique and setup, especially in the bunker. Now here we are, we have a short shot. You know, in today's game, all the pin positions are cut really close to the edges of the green, and if you miss it on the wrong side, you've got to be able to hit the ball out of the bunker nice and high and create some spin. And the way to do that in bunker play, again, is to use that back edge. Use the bounce, and by doing that, the best way to open up and expose that bounce is by changing your setup. Again, you want the ball really forward. You almost want the shaft of the club leaning backwards. That will really expose that back edge. Again, when you get that ball forward and the shaft leaning backwards, that promotes a really open club face. You want to rotate and get this club as open as possible. And if you want to create spin and speed, spin with a bunker shot, you've got to hit it very hard. And by opening up, you're glancing across the blade, and you can hit it as hard as you want and create more spin. So let's try and hit one. Nice and forward, shaft leaning back. Open that blade and hit it hard. And the ball come out and hit nice and softly and won't release. You can really pitch it right by the hole that way, and you're able to control it. So let's just hit another one. Again, you want nice thin divots. That's one of the secrets in bunkers. Nice thin divots. As soon as you see a thick, deep divot, that means someone's used that front edge too much, and you're not going to be able to create spin that way. Nice and forward, handle leaning back. Hit it nice and hard, and the ball comes up and hits really nicely and softly. You want as much loft as possible. The more loft, the harder you can hit it and the more spin you can create. So the only time I'd ever use something with less loft is if I want to hit a longer bunker shot, maybe something that runs a bit more. Here with a short pin, you want to get it up and stopping as quickly as possible. So 60 degrees is the way to go. So I think as a young kid, I always enjoyed the challenges of short game, whether it was bunkers, chipping, pitch and run, putting. I think you're always a little bit less, you have less fear when you're young. And I think that kind of just kept up with me as I got older. Obviously, I've always felt like I was a good bunker player. I felt very accomplished, felt very confident. And that's half the battle, getting into the sand and realizing that you are good, you're going to get it up and down. And that's one of the hurdles to kind of get over is first of all, you got to believe in yourself. And obviously my record in the sand for the last few years has been pretty good. I first started at a place called Hazelmere, and it was probably my brother obviously played with me, another couple friends, and we used to play a lot of short game, just games. We would pretend to be Sevi sometimes, get in the terrible positions, plug lies on the side of banks, trying to get it up and down, because he was just known for that flair and that way of getting up and down, and we would just imitate that. And I think just through putting yourself in tricky situations like that and trying to get up and down, focusing on short game, it really served me well up until this day. I've become known as one of the best short game players in the world, and I think a lot of that had to do with all that time and effort that I put in as a young boy. I think good short game will take you a long way.